Hello, my most amazing artists. Hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to be learning how to make a leaf collage. Those are my friends who are not familiar with what a collage is. To me, making a collage is one of the foundation art activities for childhood. So if you haven't learned before, I'm excited for you to learn today. Making a collage is going to be made putting together different materials that you've collected or that you've cut out from different magazines or just construction paper. And you put together all those materials using glue, tape, you can use stickers, anything to stick it down to a surface. That surface can be paper, it can be a window, it could be cardboard, any kind of surface you can put things together on, you can make a collage on. So today, like I said, we're going to be making a leaf collage. And for making your leaf collage, it's really going to be up to you what you'd like to create. Excuse me. And you're going to be going outside, collecting as many leaves as you can find. I took a walk yesterday in my neighborhood and was so delighted to see so many fall colored leaves, reds and oranges and yellows and browns and greens. So go take a walk in your neighborhood if you are able and collect some leaves and come on back and we'll get started. All right, we are here. As you can see, I have some of the leaves that I collected yesterday here. I also have some paper underneath here. I'm going to be using some white paper. You can use any paper you have at home. I also have some drawing materials here. I have just some crayons. You can really use any materials you have at home, markers, oil pastels. You're also going to need a glue. At my house, I have this Mod Podge, so I'm using it. If you have just a bottle of glue, that would also work really well. I think that using a glue stick is going to be a little more challenging because we would need something that's really going to help these leaves stick to the surface. So if you have a bottle of glue, that'd be great. Okay, let's get started. So, making your collage, like I said, is really going to be up to you what you'd like to do. You can make a picture of a specific thing, like maybe you wanted to gather some leaves and make a silly face. You could do something like that. You could just assemble the leaves on the paper the way that they look good to you, and make something a little more abstract. When I say that about abstract, really that means it's more about the shapes and the colors and the feelings that express it than it is about a picture of something. So if you want to make it more abstract, that's meaning that you're just going to make it about how the shapes fit together, and it's not a picture of a specific thing, okay? That's another idea of how you can maybe even overlap some of those leaves as you glue them down. It's great to go ahead and just try some things out on your paper before you start gluing them down. So see what you like first, and then you can start gluing. Another idea I had was you can kind of take a look at some of these leaves and see if you see something in there that you could turn that leaf into a picture with. So for example, here I have this little leaf, and when I looked at this, I thought, excuse me, that kind of actually looks like the tail of a flamingo. So I thought it would be kind of fun to do a flamingo. So I'm going to show you that here on this paper, and then on another piece I might do another picture for you. Okay, so let me show you how I'm going to do this. I've got my Mod Podge here, and for my Mod Podge I really do need a paintbrush here to dip in to get my glue. I'm going to flip my leaf over I'm gonna paint that glue onto the back. And then I'm gonna glue it down. And that might take some pressing and some time. So I'm gonna kind of hold it down for a second. Okay. Okay, once you have it on there, then you can take other materials. So I'm gonna be using a marker that I have here to create that picture that you see. So for me, for my flamingo, I'm kind of gonna draw that neck of the flamingo. Let's see. Okay, and then maybe I will go ahead and draw the beak. And then the eye. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw all these things first, and then I'll use my other colors to kind of color them in. Okay, so I've kind of got the eye there for the flamingo, and then I can come down here and make those legs of the flamingo. And the feet. Okay, something like that. And then I can use, you know, some other colors to color in. Of course, with my flamingo, it's mostly pink, so I'll color those in, those legs in. And then I can come up and choose a color for the beak. Okay, and I've got my flamingo, kind of collaborated with my leaf that I collected and then turned that into a picture. So that's one idea, and you could have multiple of those kind of going here on your page. Another idea is you can, like I said, turn that, turn your leaf collage into a picture of something specific. So maybe you want to gather leaves and just kind of see what looks good to you. I'm going to see about making a face here. And then maybe you wanted to have some other leaves represent hair and things like this. You can always, you know, tear those leaves if you need to make something a little bit smaller. So maybe to make the eyeballs or the iris of the eye here, I might do those on top of each other. So once you've done that and sort of assembled the way that you'd like it to look, I might have this go around like a crown on top of the head. So once you've got it all set up, then you can take your glue and start gluing all those things down. Here we go. Okay, so a couple things that I learned as I was gluing all these things down is I collected these leaves yesterday and they were really soft and probably really easy to glue down. And today, as they've been sitting in my house overnight, they got a little crunchy, and so it was a little harder to get them to glue down to the paper. So I would definitely suggest going on a walk, collecting your leaves, then coming back and doing that project right away, because that's going to be a lot easier to get things to glue down, those fresh fallen leaves. So I have my face here, and I've decided I'm actually gonna maybe add, some color using a different material in the background instead of adding more leaves. So for my face here, I might just go ahead and grab my Sharpie and maybe make the shape of a face here. Maybe I'll add on some ears. Maybe I'll add some hair. Might add some really curly hair. So notice you can really do whatever you'd like with this. And with collage, to me, the more materials, different materials that you use, the better. So I think it would be really fun to kind of start out with your leaves and then go from there to make your picture. And kind of see where it takes you. Might add a little yellow in there too. Just keep the hair kind of the same colors as my fall leaves. And please remember, you do not need to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm showing you an example of what you can do, but please, please make it your own, okay? So take some time, look at your leaves, see what you see, and then get started. Remember, it can also be an abstract picture. That's just looking at the shapes that you can create on your paper. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm gonna go ahead and call this done. And I look forward to seeing all of your leaf collages. Please, please send me pictures. I would love to see them. This is a great activity for over Thanksgiving break as well. If you don't have time this coming week to do this project, would be a great activity to do with your family, especially going on a walk and collecting all those leaves. And then maybe everyone can have fun creating their very own collage, leaf collage. All right, guys, take care. See you next time.